Again, this is the number, so it's still 630-303-777-7492. Get your free custom travel forecast. Now, take you up into the mountains. Here's how things were looking up in the high country. We do have some snow that is continuing to fall up in the mountains, and it's going to get heavier and heavier as we get into the evening hours, which is great news. Weather conditions for much of the Front Range are going to be colder tomorrow, but we will have a chance at some of that moisture coming down here as well. Top temperature today was 66 degrees. That's almost a record, folks. 3 more and it would have tied the record, which is an old-timer, 1894. We saw that number at 69. The normal is at 42 degrees. Now, currently, temperatures are still pretty mild. 45 downtown and at the airport. Pressure's falling as this weather change starts to move into the area. This is what it looks like currently across the region. It's down to 20 up at Jackson, Wyoming, 27 at Casper, and the front is just now pushing into northwest Colorado. It's going to take a while for this thing to get going for the Front Range, the Denver area, but the mountains will be getting snow on the increase throughout the night tonight. Watch on Futurecast what happens as this front moves through. About midnight for the Denver area, we'll start to get those strong north winds coming in behind the front. That's when things will start to get much colder, dropping down into the 20s by morning, but the snow doesn't really get going here until early tomorrow morning. That still could be a problem because we'll get enough moisture on those warm roads, and then the temperatures dropping to 20 by morning. Bridges and the ramps and the overpasses will be the first to ice up, so watch out for that. 19 by morning at Evergreen and Erie, 12 up at Allens Park. Mainly low 20s, most lower elevations. There's the snow in the morning with a good north-northeast wind. It gets a little heavier between 6 a.m. and noon. And then between noon and 6 p.m., it dries up quite a bit. As far as the amount of moisture, this is a storm from central Canada, so it's not chocked full of moisture. But I think we'll see anywhere from about 1 inch to 2 inches in the Denver area, maybe 1 to 3 up toward Fort Collins, and 4 to 8, maybe a few spots pick up a bit more in the mountains. As far as our highs tomorrow, that's way colder than today's 66, so be ready for it. Definitely a chilly day statewide with readings just in the 20s, and most of those readings are going to stay cold through the holiday weekend, although not as cold as we earlier thought. I'll explain that in just a second. 20 tonight with light snow toward morning. Tomorrow, 1 to 2 inches of snow and a high of 25. The really cold Arctic air with this is going to slip off farther to the east, the Dakotas and the Great Lakes. So we bounce back a bit on Friday, back to 37. Saturday, flurries, cold. I don't think much accumulation on the plains, but 30. And then 8 Sunday morning for Christmas Eve, 35 in the afternoon. Warmer for Christmas. We'll call it merry and bright. Temperature at 45 degrees, and the next chance of snow after that will arrive Wednesday with some colder temperatures once again.
All right, Mike.